Yeah, I mean, relieved to be honest. Yeah, it's great to be back here. I love racing here, and it was amazing to put on like probably a career best performance. I thought conditions were actually pretty slow, so I was really surprised that got through in the overall time that we did. 45-minute swim and a 2:37 or something run. Then yeah, things linked together really well. I've been swimming a lot lately. I knew my swim was going to be strong, but yeah, I sort of, if I could separate the groups a little bit, that was the goal. And I also know it's normally a little bit of a choppier swim. This is a small chop, so the advantage of being on feet isn't that massive. And I was happy enough to be at the front and just do my thing. If someone wanted to go around, they could, but no one seemed to want to.
And then jumping onto the bike, there was a group of you at the front, and then Mike caught up. How did that play out?
Yeah, it was about sort of perfect, best case scenario for me in a way. I had a little bit of a sort of group there that, we tried to drive a little bit and keep the pace on, knowing that Mike would have to do a lot of work to get back to the front of the race. And then, yeah, knowing Mike, he'd want to attack at that point in time. So just been prepared to kind of cover those attacks. But yeah, maybe he'd sort of had maybe a rough week or something and couldn't put down what he normally put down. So yeah, we had a good strong ride all together, and yeah, kind of race semi-neutralised in a way, to be honest. Yeah.
And then hitting the run, the three, yourself, Steve, Mike, pretty much coming out together. You push ahead early. Was that the plan? That's
just the way I run. I tend to run out pretty hard and fast, and I like to just set a good pace and good cadence and rhythm. And yeah, if I come back from that a little bit, I don't get too phased. So yeah, it was really good, and the paces were coming really easy for me, so that's always a nice feeling. Yeah, it's great course like that. It's only about 100 metres down the far end of the course at the turnaround where there's, you're not lined by crowds, so it was great. And yeah, that finishing line was definitely pretty special. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, the kids, they experience what I do day in, day out, and yeah, they've been to a few wins and races before, but it actually probably, they've probably been quite young. Last time we had a really good win, like that time racing here against Gomez, so, to put on one of my probably career best races in front of them is always pretty cool.
Pretty wrecked, to be honest, but I'm very happy. It's hard to be happy when you're in a lot of pain, but it'll come, and I'm pretty stoked. I don't think even on my best run, I could have got Braden just yet in the heat. Not that it was crazy hot, but for me, haven't really approached a hot race at all yet. So yeah, I'm really happy. And after Port Mac, it's awesome. That's 5 Ironmans now, and I've either been second or first. So I'm stoked. The swim, it didn't feel too hard. I was very comfortable there, and I was a bit worried about it, to be honest. That was my anxiety around the race, was all to do with, is it going to be a hot swim? And I didn't really overheat at any point, so I was really happy with it, and just stayed relaxed most of the time. And I think with each leg, towards the last quarter of that leg, you kind of think, oh, that's enough. So yeah, it did get tiring.
And on the bike, were you guys working as a group?
Eventually, there was a lot of games being played between the three of us, Curry and Mike Phillips, but when we all realised there was no getting rid of anyone, then we started to say, like, let's work together, because we were just going to let the whole race catch us if we just keep acting like this. And yeah, it wasn't too long that we started working together for the rest of the race. But we were always worried about Mike, because he is strong, and we thought, is he being sneaky or not? So yeah, the run I was really happy in the end, just because I started cramping halfway through, and there's a big question mark with a hottish race for me, personally anyway, and with my coach. So yeah, I was surprised to do a 2:48. I thought it would be slower, and I'm really happy with that.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty happy with that. Not bad for an old fella. 39 next week, and yeah, look, I love this race. This is my 10th Ironman Cairns, so I'm a legend now. But yeah, I've been racing this race for a decade now, and I've been a past champion. I've had 5 seconds and now a third. So good that I'm still at the pointy end, or somewhat at the pointy end in these races. So yeah, look up, third, I'm absolutely happy, and Braden was just absolutely beasted out there, and Steve, those guys did really awesome. But yeah, happy with my result. Yeah, look, my day started really rough. My goggles literally broke 1 minute before the start, and Sally Curry, Braden's wife, came to my rescue with a spare pair of Braden's goggles. So I got them on, and Braden helped tighten them up, and yeah, so they got through with a swim. But yeah, I just went pretty south, had a bad swim, and then the bike, it just didn't feel really good. I don't pull up well from these things, and Ironman Australia was only 6 weeks ago, but look, I just got onto the run. I was a fair way down, and I just started to chip away and just started working, and I actually felt pretty good on the run, and as the run went on, I felt better and better. So yeah, it was good to take the final podium spot. The crowd support out there is always amazing, and they really got me through. And yeah, I think that this is probably the fastest. I think I ran a 2:43 or something, which is the fastest I've ever ran here before. So not bad for an old fella. Well. Yeah. So yeah, 10 Ironmans Cairns, which is pretty awesome. I don't think anyone's done that before, but look, I absolutely love coming to Cairns. Such a great race, and there's a good reason why it's voted the #1 race in the world. So yeah, maybe see you next year.
Oh, it's pretty special to be able to back it up here after winning in 21 and then on the podium last year. Obviously last year a bit of a disappointment in 3rd place, so it was great to be able to come back and claim that top step again. That's a PB swim here for me. I think we all know swim hasn't been my strength, and we've put a lot of work into that in the first half of this year. So to see that pay off today was good. The conditions were better than we've had here. Yeah, so I was thrilled to not come out of the water last. Plan was always just get on the bike and put the head down and put as much time into the girls as I could.
Did you know that you were catching them?
Yeah, I knew I was catching them. I didn't know that I put as much time into them in that last sort of 30 or 40k. To come into T2 and the three of us be in the tent together was a great surprise. Yeah, look, I knew that I couldn't let those girls get away from me, being in there together. They're both, very classy athletes, and Radka's been to the Olympics, Sarah's been on the podium at Kona twice, so I couldn't let them get away from me, so I had to put as much time into them as possible. So yeah, once again, just head down on the run and go.
And next up, Kona.
Yeah, so probably head home and have a little rest now and start the build for Kona.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you would ask me a bit later, I would be feeling great, but I'm really tired, but obviously super happy. 2nd place again like last year, but I just wanted to be on the podium. It's just something so special to be on the podium in such a big race. It was really good fun. It's, I guess, my favorite part, but I was super happy that I managed to ride with Sarah for maybe 130-40 kilometers, and then she just attacked me, and I had nothing the last 10k. It was really painful. I was just thinking, oh my god, and I have to still run. So there was a little bit of a rough patch there, but the run is so long, I just have to pace myself, and the spectators, they were the ones who made me get through the course, and I had my beautiful family here, and it was awesome to see them twice in every loop. They were at the playground there, so it was awesome.
And what was it like for you to have Brad and your daughters on the finish line?
Amazing, really good. I'm not sure what Indy, she didn't like me to hug her because I was all wet, so she started crying, but Ruby was very happy.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, I mean tired, but good. Pretty bloody happy that I was finally able to get on the podium here. Oh, it means so much. I have a lot of family and friends here, and this is a home for a lot of my sponsors. So yeah, there was so much crowd support out there, and I'm so glad that I was able to finally put down a performance I'm proud of here. Swim was good. I actually had a fracture in my shoulder 4 weeks ago, so I wasn't really sure how it would go. I hit a kangaroo on my bike in training, but yeah, I was happy with that. Came out 4th. I actually felt quite awful on the bike, and sort of had to just mitigate what happened. Like, I knew the girls in front were going to be way in front, and but I think that's the beautiful thing about Ironman. Like, as soon as I got on the run, I was like, okay, I'm feeling good. Like, you never know what can happen in front of me, and yeah, so I just stuck to my plan on the run and let the crowds get me through, really. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love the 70.3 because obviously it's a much shorter day, but there's something pretty magical about doing an Ironman and doing it with all the age groupers out there, and yeah, I mean, just seeing everyone finish and give it their best effort is pretty special.
My name's Nadine Hunt. I'm an Imalag and Kandji woman from far north Queensland, born and raised here on Gimoy country. I'm a First Nations and Tri-Mob Triathlon member. I'm also one of their board of directors. Cairns is everything. Like, you know, before the Ironman last year, I'd only ridden 110 Ks, and so to get on the bike course, I was a bit anxious, but to be able to ride up that Captain Cook Highway, like, or Yule Point, like, there's a lot of memories on that coastline of growing up and going camping and fishing and hunting with my grandparents and my mum, and being able to ride that coastline, it was like home. You know, it's everything you want to dream of as a local, and when you have fond memories of growing up there, nothing beats being able to compete and do your first Ironman there. Tri-Mob. So it's the first ever First Nations triathlon club in the world. What Nat Heath has driven is just exceptional. Like, not just being able to increase participation in Indigenous people, men and women, but being able to use triathlon as a sport to really drive positive changes. To know that Oceania Ironman on the weekend is going to have the largest amount of Indigenous participation just makes me really proud as a Torres Strait Islander and an Aboriginal woman, you know, growing up here in Cairns.